Hey everybody, we are back, the Hurricane HQ, and today we are trying out something new, and I call it Extreme Weather Central Live, and this is a new series in the Hurricane HQ, and these videos will be premiering during the afternoon, and well, really, there'll only be 2 to 4 a week, depending on the current severe tropical activity, and I thought I'd try it out today. So welcome to the Hurricane HQ, 3:50 p.m. ET, July 30th, 2020, live update for Extreme Weather Central Live. And before we start, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss another update again, and let's get started. So, right now we are tracking Tropical Storm Isaias, and here's our current forecast cone by NOAA and the National Hurricane Center. And as you can see, it's very similar to the one earlier, slightly different. We expect it to change by 5 o'clock, but we'll have that change covered in our next video today, probably around 7 p.m. tonight. So as you can see, it is currently a tropical storm, and tropical storm warnings are up for most of the Bahamas and I would say all of the Dominican Republic, and very north Bahamas is currently under a tropical storm watch. And it's surprising how Florida does not have any tropical storm watches or even warnings up, but they will most likely get it by the next update by the National Hurricane Center at 5 p.m. tonight. And this white shaded area is our 3-day forecast, and up here is our 5-day, extended 5-day, and this can change a lot, but right now it is really, the cone is in the coast, the East Coast, from I would say Georgia all the way up to Long Island area, New Jersey. This area, if you're in here, then you have a possibility for not only a tropical storm, but even a possible hurricane. And if not a hurricane, probably a very strong tropical storm above 70 miles per hour. And if you're wondering, Category 1 hurricane status is officially 74 miles per hour in sustained winds. And on the right, we have our windy forecast, windy.com. And as you can see, it just shows the current wind spinning quite fast. It doesn't show much, but it just shows the current status of the storm. So here is our intensity guidance model, and most actually bring it into Category 1, and a few of them even bring it close or even in Category 2 status. So we'll have to watch this one and see what actually happens with this area. I'm not sure what will happen here, but we'll probably get a Category 1 along the East Coast. So if you're in the upper southeast or even the northeast, you should watch out because you might get a Category 1 hurricane, and don't pretend like I didn't warn you. And again, we have our windy.com forecast showing our current tropical storm. And here's our official forecast from earlier today. Right now, that tropical entity to the right over here, this is actually a 50% chance of developing in both the 24 hours and in the next 5 days. And this remains the same. We'll most likely see our storm heading up this way and affecting the East Coast in some way. And here is our tropical storm Isaias. This is our GFS model for this is our spaghetti model, which is GFS, and most of them are very close together, and it's showing that's probably going to hit the coast, especially quite hard. And most of these models remain kind of off the coast, but still affecting the coast because that's mostly where the eye will go. And now let's take a look at our windy.com forecast. And not only the forecast, but we'll take a look at our radar and satellite, wind gusts, rain, thunder, temperature, clouds, waves, and a lot more in just a few minutes. And if you're wondering what the Extreme Weather Central Live is, well, what we do here is we really just go a little bit more in depth on our forecast. We show a little bit more models and a little bit closer up. So if you kind of like those forecasts a little bit better, then you can watch these videos. I want to make videos that people like and really find more entertaining. If you don't really find the other ones the most entertaining, these ones might be a little better if you want more in-depth forecasts. So now let's get started. And first we're going to take a look at our wind speeds right now. And we can see 51 mile per hour right here. 50 mile per hour. 49. So we could probably get like a max of like 52, 53 mile per hour winds around here. And let's see what's affecting the Dominican Republic real quick. These are currently 18 mile an hour winds in the green, 18 to 20. And this blue area here, these are really low. They're like 1 mile an hour, 2 mile an hour. And the reason of these is because of these mountains around here. The mountains are really affecting the storm. And the wind speeds are very weak around here. They're really like diluting the winds. But it shouldn't affect the storm too much because this storm moves quite fast and will be all the way past Long Island by around Wednesday. So this is going to be moving quite fast. Here's wind gusts. And let's take a look. We could see up to 72 mile per hour wind gusts. So we can most likely see in the 70s here. Over here, the 50s. And inside the island, they're very small, like 23 mile per hour gusts. I wouldn't expect too much strong winds, and sorry about that again. We can get quite strong wind gusts around in the 50s along the coast. Especially over here, these could be quite strong wind gusts. So anyone along the coast in these areas, you could probably watch out, even over here, quite strong. If you're watching this from the Dominican Republic, then if you're in these areas, you're probably getting these wind gusts right now, and I'm sure you can probably see it probably at your window right now. If I have any viewers there, but right now we're probably going to get around 70 mile per hour gusts. Here's rain, thunder, and we have some quite heavy rain around here. And I also saw in Puerto Rico earlier today, there are so many flash flood warnings in effect. So in these white areas, you could probably get around 2 to 3 inches of rain, max. And we can get quite a amount of rain here. Here's a rain accumulation, and 4 inches, 5 inches. We can get real high amounts of accumulation, and there is no new snow. But thunderstorms here, you could definitely see. We do have some thunderstorms around here. I believe this is measured in pressure. I'm not 100% sure. But you could just use this map. Temperature doesn't really make that much sense to use as a forecast, but I'll show it anyway. Temperatures are quite warm in the air. Humidity is very humid over here, probably around 99 to 100%. And right here we have our wave heights. And this is quite interesting because we have probably around 20 foot waves around here. And these are actually really starting to affect the coast around here. Like if you live right over here, I'm not sure if anyone lives around here, you'd be getting quite 17 foot waves. And I'm not sure what's this show? 13 foot waves. Here's our sea surface temperatures, and this is really what determines development. And it's really quite warm all the way up to like Long Island area. Again, very warm temperatures. And here's the Gulf Stream. It's actually a quite interesting animation here that they show. But the storm will most likely move up this way, either hitting Florida or just brushing it, and almost following the Gulf Stream for a little while, and then possibly affecting New England area until it decides to weaken as the water temperatures become cooler. Now we're going to take a look at our wind amounts in GFS model, the US model, and they're really similar. I wouldn't really expect too much different, but we could see quite strong winds. Probably still in the 40s to 50s, depending on where you are. And never trust the NAM for those kind of things. But now we're going to take a wind gusts in the GFS. And GFS shows slightly lower wind gusts right now. It's gusting a little less than the ECMWF model, but overall quite close. And let's look at our cloud cover here. And we have some decent cloud cover, like 54% around here, and 99% around here, 99 to 100% cloud cover. And we could probably see some decent cloud cover around here, probably in the upper 90s for most of these pink areas. And let's see what's over here. These white areas, these are like 60 around back here. So you can see some clouds quite far from the storm, from the main storm at least. Let's go with the GFS cloud cover model. Similar, slightly less over here and a little more over here. Doesn't make much of a difference. And I saw they have a new feature. I believe it's called Hurricane Tracker. And it doesn't do much. Okay, yeah, this is the wind accumulation. This is, I guess I never noticed this feature. But here's the wind accumulation over the next 12 hours. You can see 66 miles per hour, and even over here around 80 miles per hour. And we can get some high wind accumulation. Next 24 hours, this really does expand to even the 80s. It's mid-80s. Here's 3 days. Wow, we have some high amounts over here. Over 121 miles per hour. Wow, that is quite strong. I'm not sure exactly what this shows, but this is some quite strong winds. Here's the next 5 days. And wow, we can still see wind accumulation. All the way up here, 116 miles per hour. Wow. That is kind of incredible, in a sense. Here's the GFS model showing it. A little less wind accumulation, but still in the upper 90s to, well, not really upper, but in the 90s to 80s. Depending on where you are looking from. The NAM doesn't show like any. Interesting. Well, now I think we're going to head to Trouble Tidbits. And we're going to take a look at some more models. Here's our global hurricane models. And the global ones, the European, these really keep it a little off the shore-ish around here. Some break off a little closer to the shore up here, although down here, it's in very good agreement. It's going to hit North Carolina, South Carolina area. Now let's take a look at our Canadian model. And really, it depends because like half of them show it going midland into the lands and half show it staying in the water mostly. But the ones in the water really show they're a lot more strong. So we'll have to definitely watch that. And now let's take a look at 00Z for the GFS. And we can see slightly stronger storms in this one around here. And possibly we could get a hurricane for the East Coast. Models are saying that it's going to stay around 70 miles per hour, although I don't think that's true. Storms don't just stay at the exact same amount of sustained winds for like the time it takes to go up the entire East Coast. I believe that will change in a while, and we are now waiting officially at 5 o'clock. Our latest models will come out for not only our cone, but for all of our new maps on the NOAA.gov website. So at 5 o'clock, make sure you guys check that out. Here's our 06Z, 012Z, and 018Z. 018Z keeps it a little bit more off the coast, but it gets a little bit stronger. It really depends. You can put in the comments, what do you think? What do you think it'll do? Do you think it'll really attack the coast as a Category 1 hurricane, or do you think it'll stay off the coast? And leave that in the comments below, and I might pick one of your comments or two of them for tomorrow's video. So make sure you leave those comments, and you might get premiered in the next video. And if not that video, maybe even the one after that. And again, here is our... Sorry about this. All right. 1 second, everybody. So here is our infrared satellite. And this is a very interesting shape. I believe this is almost, there's some circulation, but this is a very strange shape. As you can see, it's kind of starts here and moves down, and it's almost looks like a whistle to best of my knowledge, but this actually looks kind of interesting. I just want to bring that up. But here's our current infrared satellite. Well, this really is current, but we also saw that on the video, but that's a slight delay. And I believe this is our rotation here. This is our more defined circular area that we should be watching. And now we're going to head back to our video, and again, here's our model, and I guess I'm going to end the video here. Yeah, we're already at like 15 minutes almost, so I guess I want to keep these kind of videos, the Extreme Weather Central Live videos, a little bit shorter, but I can definitely make it longer if you guys want that. And in your comments below, say, do you think it's going to really impact the East Coast as much, or do you think it'll stay off coast and have less impacts, maybe possibly just some coastal flooding? You can leave that in the comments, and also in that comment, just say if there's anything you think I could do to make the videos better, any new maps I can add, anything I could probably do. Just keep the comments clean and make it all related to the video, and you might get picked for our next video. And thank you all for watching the Hurricane HQ, and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss another video like this again. And we'll see you in the next one.